First off, welcome to podcast number 2. The premise of this one was to basically just talk about 2020. This is basically just going to be like a recap of 2020 and what happened on the internet in that time. We can talk about some recent stuff as well, but we can start from the very beginning. It really depends. Depends really what you want to talk about, like what you want to start with first.
I don't really have. Is my mic muted? No, it's not. Okay. I don't really have an idea of what we should start with first. 2020 has been a pretty crazy year. Let's start with this whole COVID situation, because I feel like this is like the big news for 2020.
Yeah, I would say it took up a lot of the majority of the year. I would say maybe close to 90, maybe 95% of the year was just that, on its own.
And I know a lot of people are like sick of hearing it, like me included, but it's not really something we can just like forget about, considering it's still going on even to this. My city just last month had like, or maybe it wasn't last month, like a week or two ago, had like at least 20 cases. So like this is still something that's very relevant.
Yeah, and it looks like there's a possibility of it ending probably by spring. Maybe no one knows. That's the truth. That no one really knows how long this is going to go on for. Some people think it's going to go on for another year. Some people think it would die out within maybe 3 to 5 months from now. Like, no one really has a proper answer on how long this would go on for.
Mhm. Yeah, and really, we like it. With the vaccine and stuff that's coming out or has come out, like the side effects are still being tested, so we really know if this whole COVID situation is going to be like a definite way to get rid of this whole thing. As just in the UK, they found a new variant of COVID, so we don't even know if that works on this new variant.
Yeah, I heard stuff about that. Like the virus has a possibility of like mutating and stuff.
Yeah, which is some pretty big news, considering like we keep going back and forth of those stages where places are getting locked down and then lockdown stops and then lockdown starts again. So for this to happen, it's like a pretty big thing.
It's impacted a lot of people, and it's impacted a lot within the economy itself.
The Australian forest fires, that was a massive thing to happen, like directly at the start of 2020.
Well, not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about that.
Me too. I just had to look up stuff that's happened in 2020. But yeah, it happened, I think, January.
Yeah, I believe it happened like the first month of 2020.
Yeah, it happened from the 20th of January to the 2nd of February.
Yeah, but like before that was the threats of World War III happening with Iran or something?
There was threats of World War III. Yeah. Man, and great. Those are two great ways to start off 2020 with World War III possibly happening. Australia burning down, even though that sucks and all, but that place is just a death trap. Yeah.
I think we had a feeling since those two instances, we knew this year wasn't going to be that fun. With those two alone, we knew the rest of the year was like just going to backpedal from it.
Anything about that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. I think it was caused due to something. It was caused by something. I think it may be heat.
Have anything to say on the topic?
On the forest fires?
Yeah.
Yeah, all I can say really is that it's a pretty devastating thing that happened to it. And I think they're probably still recovering from it. Like, they're still trying to fix on what happened there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because all those trees.
We can probably we can move into the internet side of 2020 if you want.
Yes, the internet side of 2020. What a shit show there.
To be honest with you, I'm pretty sure that every year on the internet there's some kind of shit show that's going on.
For real. Was it 2020 where Shane Dawson got canceled? I think it was this year.
Yes, that was I think that was one of the biggest exposed YouTubers, I believe.
Yeah, and him just, kind of being weird. I think we talked about it in the last podcast, though, didn't we?
Yeah, in the last podcast we discussed about it.
Yeah, yeah, he actually hasn't said anything on Twitter since then, or posted anything on YouTube. Kinda just gone MIA.
Yeah. I think he's just taking a break. Some people just need longer breaks than others, and from like what he got cancer for, he really needs like a pretty long break to really think about like how, like if he wants to come back, like how should he come back?
Yeah, for sure. No, not Slazo, this is Slazo. Pyrocynical.
Oh.
Didn't he just get...
Man, I was...
Recently?
Go ahead.
I don't really know anything about the Pyrocynical thing. I just see tweets now and then from Keemstar Talk.
I have some understanding of what happened with that controversy.
Yeah, okay, so, you mind explaining to me what did happen and...
So I believe it was back in 2016, 2017. He was messaging a fan on Discord. A fan was part of his Discord chat, and he was doing like some snuff roleplay kind of stuff like that, kinky stuff roleplaying with this fan, and
oh, okay.
Yeah. Apparently
that's a pretty weird thing.
Yeah. Apparently the
thing to do.
The kid was I think he was I forget the age. That's important. The age is important. I think the kid was
15.
He was 15. 15? Okay.
Yeah, 15 or 16. I've heard 15, I've heard 16, I don't know.
Let's go with I don't know, because in 16 it's legal. If you think about it. I think I make a cancel with this, but I'm pretty sure the consent age in the UK is 16.
Consent, legal age where people can engage in sexual activity. In regard
of them. I think it was 15.
Yeah, it was 15.
Okay, so that makes sense why it's getting canceled. So anyways, he was messaging this kid doing roleplay stuff with him. Apparently, Pyro didn't know the age of the kid. He didn't know the age of him. He just, I think for some reason, he just automatically assumed the kid was okay with this.
Uh-huh.
And then recently, I think around 2 or 3 weeks ago, the kid uploaded a whole Twitter thread about it on his Twitter account. I forget the Twitter account name at the moment, but I'll pull it up in the editing when editing this. But he pulled up tweets. He tweeted a giant thread of basically exposing Pyro for like being. He mentioned the word groomed, but a lot of people were saying like that was a very extreme term of what Pyro did. Like Pyro didn't groom him. That's like an extreme version of what Pyro did. What Pyro did basically was I would say he just had I'm trying to think of a good way to say this without getting canceled. He just interacted with it.
He did something really weird with a fan.
Yeah, let's say it that way. He did some weird stuff with a fan that was considered a minor, and he got canceled over it.
Before you really even interact with a fan, like I'm not saying that you should interact with a fan like that, but if you are, ask their age, you know, ask their age, and if they say like 18 or something, like I don't know.
Yeah, like you should always ask people's age.
The best way really, if you're gonna do something like that, especially if like you're a big figure like that, and also just don't do that with your fans. Like they're your fans for a reason.
Yeah, that's kind of odd. Like imagine like interacting with one of your like a content creator you've been following for many years, and like the only time you interact with them is like doing snuff.
Yeah, that's it's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. Didn't he get like exposed for something like this a few months ago for like dating his girlfriend when she was like 15 and he was like 18 or something?
I think I heard stuff about it. I just didn't bother to put in the effort to research that. But it could be possible. I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. I'm pretty sure it was debunked in that she was 16 and he was 18, and they also live in the UK, so.
Yeah, I think that's what the outcome was.
I just saw a picture of Pyro where he looked like, hi, Alex. And that just seems funny to me.
Oh, man.
What other big news happened in 2020? Oh, Leafy getting banned on YouTube. That's happened.
Oh my god, dude. Like, I could talk about this for hours on why it's so fucking unfair, or what they did to my boy.
It was very unfair. Twitch bots can post stuff on YouTube where they're half naked, but somebody that's actually funny and deserves to be on the platform just like anybody else, they give them the ban hammer.
Yeah, do you know what it is? I'm pretty sure I know what the answer is behind this.
It's that Leafy was just he was so hot to the point where they had to take him off the platform because he was just lighting it on fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see that, but a big part of it is censorship.
Yeah.
Like, for real, dude. Like, you can't, like, put this in perspective. You can't do or say anything that you could say like 2 years ago. Like, because if you did, you can like lose your career over it.
For real. Yeah, like we've seen this time and time again with what do you call it? We've seen this time and time again with you know, like the what do you call it? Shane Dawson thing. You know, happened with Shane Dawson. Made some really edgy, weird jokes on his channel.
You talk about the cat joke, the one about him with the cat.
Yeah.
But that one,
yeah, the cat joke.
That I get that was a joke. That I can see why people like kind of got offended over that because like I'm not going.
It's still kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm not going to explain why because you know, but I can see why people got offended over it.
Me too. You know, there was I'm trying to think of another example, but I can't. My mind just went blank. I don't know. Yeah, Miranda Sings even got, you know, called out. I don't
dude.
even know who
An 8-year joke. What was it, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
You got canceled for that?
Yeah.
Bro, get out of here.
Jenna Marbles, same thing happened to her.
What was her situation?
Yeah.
Because I know one of them got canceled for like
don't care about
blackface, but it wasn't blackface. It was a makeup tutorial.
Yeah, for real. I'm trying to mute my mic right now. I'm a YouTuber. I don't think that was a controversy, but something weird, I guess.
Who?
Brie Larson. I'm pretty sure she played. What do you call her? She played as Captain Marvel. I think that's a superhero name. And
so
Marvel
it's
movie.
like an actor.
Yeah.
It's just like the Will Smith and what was it, Jack Black when they jumped onto YouTube like a year or two ago.
Yeah, everyone was freaking out like oh, you're this, you can't do this. It's kind of like with the Star-Lord situation, if you know who that is. Was once a YouTuber and then became a rapper.
Never heard of it.
Or a screamo rapper, I guess. J-Station faking his girlfriend's death for subs.
He had it coming. I'm just saying that right now. He had that coming.
Like, how do you expect to get away?
Well,
when you're that big, he had like what 5 million subs, and he's like, "My girlfriend died, guys." What? It's not like she can post on social media being like, "Hey, I'm not dead."
Yeah, it's complete fuckfest. And like for like the last 2 months, he's trying to beg YouTube to like give him AdSense back.
Yeah, I don't even think he should have a channel. I think they're being nice with that one. So the fact that he's even pushing it for ad revenue, just nah, they should not. They should take away his channel. But if they're gonna let him have it, don't give him ad revenue back.
I would say that's probably one of the best things YouTube did in a long time, was deleting someone's channel. Like for a good reason. I'll just put that out there, for a good reason.
I haven't seen that happen in forever. Yeah, the last time I can actually remember YouTube deleting somebody's channel for a good reason was the whole Daddy05 thing.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And the same thing with Lion Maker. Remember that guy?
Oh, yeah. I was just watching a video on him not that long ago.
Yeah, the thing was, like, he jumped back. He actually came back to YouTube, like, after he was released from prison. He made another YouTube
Wait, he was in prison?
I believe so, but he got exposed for pedophilia.
Yeah, I know that, but I didn't think he went to jail for it.
I think he did. I'm going to say allegedly just so I don't get sued.
Oh! Lion Maker was in jail. He was in jail for 2 to 3 years. Jesus.
Yeah, so like after he was released from his sentence, I think he made another account on the platform.
Yeah.
And then he had that up for maybe a few months, maybe 6 months or so, and then YouTube got rid of him just because so many people were complaining about why would you let this pedophile back on the website after what he did last time? Like come on.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he also started streaming on Twitch for a while too. Maybe it was YouTube. I don't really remember. They also deleted Austin's Jones YouTube page after he, was doing some really fucking weird shit with underage fans.
Who was that guy again?
Yeah, he was sentenced to 10 years in prison. He was this music YouTuber who was getting fans to like twerk for him with no clothes on.
That's an older one.
Just doing some really weird stuff. Yeah, this was from like a year. Really weird dude. Kind of looks like if back when Justin Bieber had his emo swoopy hair, if him and I don't know. Yeah, they deleted his channel too. I'm pretty sure. The internet, crappy on the older consoles.
When everyone were hating on like the older versions of like the PSs and stuff.
Yeah. About the whole everyone hating on Cyberpunk for it being crappy on the old consoles. People were defending the creators, being like, "Oh, it's older hardware. Of course it's gonna run like that." But the version that's out for Cyberpunk is meant to be played on the older consoles.
Yeah, I think it. They probably just released it way too soon. Honestly, they just.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They just really wanted it released before 2021 because here's the thing, they release in December, right? That's the biggest time to sell stuff, right? Because of Christmas. You get the biggest sales. You get the biggest you get the most money in December. So it kind of makes sense. Why else? What other months would you release in December?
Exactly. And it's also the fact that people, were just complaining that, oh, you keep delaying it, come on, we want the game now. And this is the result of people rushing game developers.
Or maybe, here's a theory, I don't know if everyone mentioned this, but maybe they released the game like that on purpose.
Maybe they did. They possibly could have. If they did, they're scum.
Because so like for the older consoles, it's like a shitty graphic of the actual game. So
yeah,
people are complaining about it. They want the creators to fix it. They will fix it, or they already have a fixed version of it, just not released to the public yet. But they will release it to the public within a few months or so, just to rake in a little extra $1,000 or $100,000.
Developers that do that are bad developers. That's really all I have to say about that.
Yeah, it's a pretty scummy thing to do to people, but for like a business standpoint, for like a business tactic to build to get money, it's kind of smart, but at the same time, it's not. It's not
throwing morals out of the window. For a little bit of extra money, you're just throwing morals out of the window, and basically just scamming people. giving you money for no reason.
Yeah, speaking of scamming, how's that PS5 doing?
Not very well. Nobody can get a PS5.
It's because the scalp is...
People are getting scammed. Yeah.
It's the scalpers, man.
Everyone's being scammed left, right, and center. This dude thought he bought a PS5 off of eBay. Piece of paper with the PS5 printed on it.
Bro, I've seen people do that
for $700.
Yeah, I saw something like that. Someone had a picture of the PS5 printed on paper, and they sold it for like, I don't know, close to a grand.
Yeah, people were really desperate.
Like, what's so cool about the PS5 that's not in the PS4?
Yeah. You know, like, the PS5's cool and all, but you want to know what's 10 times better than that?
What?
The Xbox Series X. Love for the Xbox. Who's on an Xbox style?
I am too. You know what the dumbest thing about the PS5 controversy is?
What?
In my opinion, it's the people who are actually buying these for marked up prices for like 3 times or 2 times the amount. That's actually that's the bad thing about it.
Yeah, you know, like someone that has a lot of money and can, you know, spare sending, or spending, like, what, like, you know, $1,000, you know, $1,500 on a PS5. But for average people like me or you, that's a lot of money to spend.
Yeah, I'd rather just wait and like I would wait 6 months to a year after the console's released and then buy it. Honestly.
Yeah. So that's I do in general.
Well, we can discuss the thing that's happening right now with YouTube.
Oh right, people going to jail for DMCA.
It's
Yay! Jail time.
it's the dumbest thing I've heard.
I find the whole thing funny because no one's catching me. Every single video is gonna have a copyrighted song. Every single one of my videos is gonna have a copyrighted song.
Yeah. Oh man.
What are you gonna do? I don't live. It's like, you know when you're like walking to school or something and then you stand up and you know he can't do anything, so you like tease him. That's how I feel right
now. Yeah. I would say everyone is screwed. We're all screwed.
Yeah, everyone's, yeah. I don't think that law is gonna be passed. Do you?
I hope not. If I would say no, just on how dumb it sounds and how many people are saying no, don't do that, don't let that happen. But if it somehow ends up happening, then good luck.
Yeah, good luck, everyone. It'll be like a war out there, honestly. Everyone will be trying to take down videos that have music in them. People will then be, just so that they can use them later against, the YouTuber that they claim that they hate, but still watch their every move.
So, like, if this law is passed, so much content is going to be taken down. So much content.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you how many.
Like, this could be so bad, it could actually what am I trying to say? Yeah, it can be so bad, this can actually shut down streaming services.
It could. Twitch could go down. Because a lot of Twitch streamers that I watch actually, and I don't watch many for like, anywhere between 2 to 5 hours, almost every day. So, they're, just think of how many other streamers are just like them and do the same thing.
So many people are gonna suffer, dude. Honestly, because like you said, Twitch is a big one. But like, here's the thing. Like, remember, I think this was like 5 months ago or so when Twitch streamers were getting VODs taken down and stuff because of copyrighted music, and then a bunch of artists were going out on Twitter and said, "Hey, Twitch streamers, you can use my music. It's free to use."
Yeah, and a lot of people, talk about how stupid it is that, Twitch stream use music, that artists give them money at the same time.
Like, what's the benefit of this happening?
Nothing.
So, like, I watched some content on it. I read up on it. It sounds like what they're trying to do is they're trying to get rid of pirating websites and stuff. But what they don't know is that this is going to include everyone who uses that kind of who does that. Okay, so like the main point of it, I believe, is to just get rid of pirating services. But then there's this gray area, which within the paragraph of it telling you about the 5 to 10 year prison part, like anyone who creates content and uses music with that will fall under that portion. Because like they're either going to have to pay $200,000 or more in fines, or they're going to spend 5 to 10 years in prison, or do both.
Yeah, I agree. There are much better ways that they can, take down. Oh, it was very hard to implement.
Yeah, there's definitely a better ways of doing this, honestly.
For sure.
The other thing too I noticed about this is that the rushing to get this thing approved. Like they for some reason these people who created the bill and all that, like they really want this to happen.
Yeah, I'd say they really want it to happen because they know that if it, as soon as it is implemented, there's really no getting rid of it. So they want it to happen as fast as it can, so that once it does happen, there's nothing we can really do about it. But I don't think they really understand the power of the internet and the power of people that when they don't want something to happen,
I think a good example of that would be the Sonic movie.
Oh yeah, the Sonic movie. I completely forgot about that. I didn't even see that movie. I don't see it though. Yeah, people really did not like the human teeth he had, and everything else that made him more like a human and less of a hedgehog. And so everyone said, no, that's a terrible idea, please fix that, and so they fixed it.
Yeah, so if the internet is able to change the appearance of a character in a movie, that says something on what we can do with this bill.
For real. Yeah, if literally everybody that possibly can, sign a petition or, use the hashtag that's going around on Twitter, it can really help and stop this bill from being passed.
Yeah, the hashtag is called StopDMCA. That's it for today's podcast.
Okay.
I would say we covered a majority of good topics.
I agree.
And I would like to thank Elbows again for joining me.
I always stay out here.
We'll definitely do more of these next year. Probably even try to get more content creators on this if possible.
Yes, actually, I was talking to one of my YouTube and IRL friends about actually doing this with us, hopping on an episode.
Yeah, that sounds cool. That sounds very cool. I can't wait to do that. So yeah, that's basically for podcast number 2. Again, thank you, Elbows, for joining me on today's discussion. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this podcast. Hopefully nothing I said offended you and gets me canceled. But yeah, that's basically it for today's podcast. And see you guys next time. Bye.